Hello. The first week of October was a wet week for Western Scotland. Some areas saw close to their October rainfall average in just a week or so. Now, over the last few days, it's become less wet as a ridge of high pressure has built from the southwest, but we've still seen showers coming into the northwest, and they'll continue on Monday night. Elsewhere, with that ridge of high pressure, light winds, clear skies. We start off Tuesday. Fairly chilly, actually, across parts of England, Wales, into southern Scotland, perhaps eastern Scotland as well. Low single figures in places, perhaps even in one or two spots, a touch of air frost. But after that chilly start, actually plenty of sunshine for England, Wales, into southern and eastern Scotland. A different story for western Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland, cloudier skies here, and some showers. Those showers in places turning to more persistent spells of rain as the rain clouds gather towards the northwest during Tuesday afternoon. Elsewhere, there'll be one or two showers, perhaps for the Pennines, but otherwise for much of England and Wales, it's a bright afternoon with further sunny spells, and with light winds, 16 Celsius will feel quite pleasant. 13 or 14 for Scotland and Northern Ireland, a little bit milder compared with Monday, but with, I think, more cloud in the sky and a freshening southwesterly, it may not feel like that's the case. Now, the outbreaks of rain are arriving ahead of this weather front. It's a cold front, it's not going to bring a huge amount of rainfall, but it does mark the boundary between generally quieter weather and a more active jet stream, which will dominate things from midweek onwards, and more on the jet stream in just a moment. But we start off Wednesday with outbreaks of rain, heavy at times for Western Scotland and Northern Ireland, pushing into northern and western England as well as Wales. The weather front slices the country in two. You can see all the cloud associated with it there, but the rain tends to fizzle into showers, and I think it'll stay largely dry in the southeast through Wednesday, with sunny spells and brightening skies for Scotland and Northern Ireland as well. 13 to 15 Celsius here, 16 or 17 ahead of the weather front, but not feeling as warm in the cloudier zone in between. The front does eventually weaken and disappear, runs into the high pressure ahead of it, and a little ridge of high pressure follows it for clear skies on Thursday, as we start the day on Thursday. But, well, waiting in the wings, two areas of low pressure and an active jet stream. Fairly unusual pattern emerges around Thursday, with two streams joining together out in the mid-Atlantic with this jet stream, and then that interacts with these two areas of low pressure. And when we've got all these different features interacting with each other, well, inevitably there will be some uncertainty in terms of the details for later this week, because some computer models reckon that this area of low pressure will be picked up by the jet stream and deepen as it pushes to the north of the UK. Other computer models want to deepen this area of low pressure. And this trailing weather front also is subject to some uncertainty in terms of how it runs an area of rain along the south of the UK on Friday or Saturday. So these different elements lead to some uncertainty in the details, but the overall theme is pretty clear. We're going to see low pressure towards the north and northwest of the UK at the end of this week. We're going to see tight isobars. We're going to see wet and windy weather and quite a number of showers. So these areas of low pressure interacting in a fairly complicated way with this jet stream, which comes together as two streams into one. And as a result, we can't put precise values on the wind speed and a location of rainfall, but what we can say is that Thursday, at least, will start off cold and bright. Touch of air frost for Scotland, parts of northern England, sunny spells at first, and we keep the largely dry and bright weather in the east, at least, into the afternoon. 14 or 15 Celsius here. But then the rain arrives in the west. This area of rain could be heavy at times, especially towards the southwest by the afternoon, and perhaps the northwest as well. And as that rain moves in, all areas are going to get a bit of a soaking, and the winds will pick up as well. But it's going to turn milder as well as that wind picks up. Now, it's behind this rain that the low approach is quite close, and that's when the winds really pick up. So Friday looks like a windier day. It's also going to be brighter. There'll be some sunny spells, but quite a number of showers are going to move in on that wind, which could be reaching gale force across northern parts of the UK, especially around exposed coasts and hills. Of course, that's going to make it feel cool. The showers will be heavy and frequent as well, so a lively day is expected. Fewer showers further south, but I think here there is that risk of more prolonged spell of rain for a time, although of course we do need the rain in the south and the southeast in particular. Now, all of this will be accompanied by those strong winds, so a blustery day for all. And you can see how the isobars are tightly packed together as we start off the weekend. So even though there are some uncertainties in terms of the details about these areas of low pressure and where they'll be positioned in their shape and so on, I think something roughly like this will occur at the start of the weekend. Low pressure to the north, tight isobars, a brisk westerly airflow, and a number of showers for many, especially towards the west. So unsettled period coming up with that active jet stream. Of course, we'll pin down those details over the next few days, and you can stay across all of those on social media.